Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at 5.
They can do what they want with it instead of you giving them what you want to give them.
Gift cards are a popular present that many of us get throughout the year, but how many are sitting unused in your wallet or purse? With a slow decline of big box stores, time may be running out for you to use up that plastic. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric wonders if gift cards are still the go-to present they once were.
6 days. That's all you have left before this store stops accepting Gander Mountain gift cards. The only signage is a small note next to the register and a little blip on their webpage. Are you the type of person who uses them right away?
I kind of use them right away, except I think sometimes at restaurants and stuff, I don't use them all.
Financial experts report $1 billion in gift cards go unused every year. And how many times have we simply forgotten that we've had one? 40% of consumers reporting they've lost one.
I think a lot of people sit on them because they like to bank them, get as many as you can, and then go use them for what they want.
Looking to unload unused cards? Some places to get cash for that plastic include Card Cash, Raise, and even Coinstar kiosks you see in many grocery stores. Plus, keep an eye on retailers on the bubble if you have a gift card for that store. And remember, while the signs might say the store is going out of business, the latest information that we have is that this location will remain open. In Fargo, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
We have put a list on our website of which retailers are closing and places you can convert unused gift cards. Just click on this story at valleynewslive.com. Our string of quiet, beautiful days continues, even with the clouds that moved in. Hutch, anything we should watch out for tonight?
There's really not a lot of weather to be concerned about tonight. It looks beautiful for all of our outdoor plants. Temperatures very warm down to the south 80s and northeast South Dakota for Aberdeen. Fargo in the mid-70s, mid-60s as we go north towards Bemidji. There are a few clouds passing overhead that you mentioned, Andrea, and the radar is showing a few showers passing through Becker County at this time. It looks like it'll pass to the north of the Detroit Lakes area. Not all of this is even reaching the ground. If there is, it's going to be near White Earth heading towards Height of Land Lake, where you see the darker green shades there. Temperatures in Fargo falling out of the 60s into the 50s by the time we hit bedtime tonight. Then for Grand Forks tonight, 60s for most of our very quiet evening here. Now, it does look like Mother's Day. Pretty nice this weekend. I'll have details on that. And there is a chance for some greening rain showers in the forecast. We'll get to that in a minute as well.
Thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
A man is in jail after allegedly pulling a knife on some people near the Red River in downtown Grand Forks. Officers say a number of people were involved in a fight yesterday afternoon, and some said a man had threatened at least 2 people with a knife. 38-year-old Charles Gibbons was arrested for terrorizing. If you have any information on the case, the Grand Forks Police Department asks that you contact them. As of today, there will not be a recall petition filed against Fargo City Commissioner Dave Pepcorn. Petition organizer Andrew Lensmeyer says his group fell short of getting the 3,500 signatures needed to bring the recall to a vote. The recall effort surrounds what Lensmeyer calls the actions of a bully, specifically what he believes is Pepcorn's stand against immigrants in the community. Lensmeyer says although his group was not able to make the recall vote happen, he's proud they were able to get a conversation going about the value of refugees to our community. Massive cyber attacks took place around the world today, in some cases crippling important industries. Cybersecurity firm Avast said it has tracked more than 75,000 attacks in 99 countries. It said the majority of the attacks targeted Russia, Ukraine, and Taiwan. However, the hacks reach as far as England, with ransomware locking down their computers. Some hospitals in England had shut down all computer systems as a protective measure and canceled activities that weren't urgent. The ransomware locks down all the files on an infected computer and asks the computer's administrator to pay in order to regain control of them. The hackers are demanding small amounts of the online currency Bitcoin as a ransom. If the president had hoped he would get a friendlier FBI with James Comey gone, Andrew McCabe shattered those hopes yesterday. He directly refuted several White House talking points about the firing of the former FBI director and made it clear that the Russia investigation will not be stopped.
Director McCabe, welcome to the table and into the fray.
Comey's former deputy, suddenly at the helm, disputed the White House claim that FBI rank and file wanted Comey gone.
No, sir, that is not accurate. Director Comey enjoyed broad support within the FBI and still does to this day.
McCabe also cast doubt on President Trump's claim that Comey had assured him 3 times that he was not under investigation.
I'm not aware of that being a standard practice.
As for White House claims that the FBI's investigation into Russian influence is a minor probe,
is this a small investigation in relation to all the other work that you're doing?
Sir, we consider it to be a highly significant investigation.
so far Republicans have resisted Democratic calls for a special prosecutor.
How is this not obstruction of justice?
But the shifting stories from the White House are putting pressure on the GOP.
If the president has made contradictory statements, that'll be up to the president to explain himself.
Late Thursday, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell invited Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein to brief senators on Comey's firing next week at the urging of his Democratic counterpart, Chuck Schumer.
This investigation will not die, no matter who wants it to.
Rosenstein was on Capitol Hill yesterday for a pre-planned meeting with the leaders of the intelligence committee to discuss how they can ensure the Department of Justice investigation doesn't get in the way of one being done by the Intelligence Committee. The University of North Dakota is getting a boost in its fight against addiction. Federal health agencies are awarding UND more than $775,000 in funding to be used for mental health and substance abuse services. Officials say that the money is needed to prevent addiction before it starts. Police need your help in finding Cheyenne Dakota Butler, a Moorhead teenager who disappeared back in April. Authorities have been tracking down a number of leads, but nothing has been successful so far. The only thing they have to go by is that she could be in the Fargo-Moorhead area or around Grand Forks. If you have any information, please call your local police department. And if you're in Grand Forks, keep an eye out for this man. His name is Thomas Burbach. He's not dangerous, but he did disappear from the St. Anne's guest home yesterday afternoon. Staff say they're worried about his safety. If you have any information, please call the Grand Forks Police Department. Xcel Energy was hit with a major rate hike in Minnesota that will spike more than $240 million over the next 4 years. Rates for residents will rise more than 10%, but customers will already have been exposed to part of that increase with an interim rate hike. Commercial and industrial customers will also be affected. Their rates will go up roughly 7%. The deal was a settlement between Xcel Energy and the state to avoid fighting over hikes. With the construction on 32nd Avenue, a lot of drivers are avoiding that area, but not so fast. Police say it's still a dangerous part of town. Yesterday, they gave out almost 80 tickets and say they barely made a dent in the speeders. Many people were going more than 20 miles per hour above the limit. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson hung out near the construction zone today with a radar gun to find out what's going on. Hear how bad the problem is on Valley News Live at 6. Moorhead police are encouraging gun safety by giving away free gun locks at the department. They have a limited number of locks, but they say it's a good idea to get one if you can so you can safely store your firearms. Police add it's especially important if children are around. The North Dakota Air National Guard is getting new armed drones to add to its arsenal. The Guard is replacing its older Predator drones with new Reaper unmanned aircraft. The new planes will allow the Fargo Air Guard to hold on to 175 maintenance jobs for the program. The Fargo Air Guard will also be getting more than $7 million for a new facility at Hector Field. One Walk is uniting families, friends, and neighbors to strengthen those with muscle debilitating diseases. The 5th annual MDA Muscle Walk is tomorrow morning. Speakers will kick off the event at 9 a.m. The money raised not only goes to programs and clinics, but also to Camp Courage, where kids get to spend a week having fun at no cost to their family.
I like that there's so many people who are willing to give some of their money just so I can go and have a week of fun with the boys, you know.
For more on the walk, go to valleynewslive.com and click on our hot button. If you want to let loose some arrows with some competition, you may want to stop by the Forest River Park next week. The Fargo Park District is hosting the Pepsi Archery Challenge on May 20th and 21st. Everyone is welcome to compete, from amateurs to pros, and there are a series of events you can take part in. Those who sign up will receive some extra gear and food, regardless of their placing. You can register the day of the event. For more information on those registration fees, go to fargoparks.com. And remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. All you have to do is search Valley News Live, then like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day. If you've been using a heat pump in your home, you should know there's a recall. Which ones carry a fire risk? Still ahead tonight.
And some potent sunshine today, driving temperatures in Fargo up to 77 gorgeous degrees, well above average. A typical seasonal day here in Grand Forks with the upper 60s. Your forecast for the weekend ahead will be a big hit. We'll take a swing at your forecast coming up right after this.